Hi there and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about what really affects the results of your prospecting activities. I touched base this topic a little bit in my previous video when I was trying to compare both quantity and quality-based approaches, but today I want to delve deeper into this. Everything starts with the quality of your contact list. How do you search for companies that perfectly match your ideal client profile? Are you using any additional criteria to carefully pick up companies and leads that are more likely to be converted into your clients? When it comes to research and contact list building, not so many sales professionals are ready to invest a proper amount of time in these activities. The best case scenario, they use the LinkedIn Sales Navigator search engine to filter appropriate companies based on a set of specific criteria like industry, company size, location. The worst case scenario, they pay for some automation tools that promise to deliver a high quality database of contacts for a couple $100 per month. Indeed, LinkedIn Sales Navigator as well as other search engines can be a handy tool, but no tools are perfect. That's why you need to carefully pick up and research every company and prospect to make sure that you are spending your time on the right people. Let's say I would like to create a super targeted list of software development companies from the Netherlands that work directly with technical startups. So my first initial step will be to filter all software development companies in the Netherlands that fit my basic requirements, and then I will go one by one manually to check whether they are working with technical startups. This manual approach will help me to ensure a high quality of my list so that I will never spend my time on companies that have nothing to do with technical startups. One more thing that you should care about is your outreach channel. How do you connect with your target audience? Are you relying on a single outreach channel or do you take advantage of all of them? Based on my experience, there is no single channel that can be 100% effective for every business. That's why it's important to figure out how to effectively connect with your target audience on your own. A good way to do that is to take a closer look at your target audience and analyze their communication preferences based on the industry, company size, and some particular job responsibilities of the person you're trying to connect with. I will try to give you an example. We've recently started our work with a Dutch startup, and their target audience is manufacturing and industrial companies across the UK. So when we were considering our prospecting strategy, we were a bit concerned about using LinkedIn as our primary outreach channel, because we know that not so often such people as plant managers and technical directors are active on social media or professional networks. So what we decided to do is to select 50 target leads and then go through each of them and check whether their LinkedIn profiles are active. In the end of this test, it turned out that 80% of these people are active on LinkedIn. So it makes perfect sense to use this outreach channel to connect with them. Another extremely important component of your prospecting strategy is your messaging. What does your message look like? Are you clear with your intentions and giving a good reason for your prospects to reply? Not all of us cares about both visual and content part of our messages, but all these things like formatting, wording, your call to actions make a huge influence on the results of your outreach campaigns. If your message is straight to the point and doesn't look like another sales pitch, you're more likely to get a good engagement right after sending your first messages. I shared more details on my personalized approach and the simplified message structure that I'm using right now in my previous video, how to increase your response rate on LinkedIn. But today I want to give you some updated numbers on my outreach activities. In general, my messaging style has evolved a lot over the last few years, and my current response rate on LinkedIn is between 25 and 30%. But the cool thing is that 25% of these responses were received right after sending my LinkedIn invitation, and 56% of replies came right after the first introductory message was sent. So I believe it's due to the fact that I'm trying to make it clear from the beginning who I am and why I'm trying to reach out to a particular prospect. The last and usually the most underestimated part of your prospecting activities is your follow-up strategy. How many attempts do you usually make before you finally give up? Are you pursuing your leads with "let's schedule a call" or do you try to share valuable content to engage your leads right away? Talking to many companies, I realized that a well-described follow-up strategy is a huge challenge for the majority of them. They struggle to follow up consistently, They give up really easily after few unsuccessful attempts, assuming that if their leads didn't reply to their first message, they should better move on and contact new ones. But the truth is that sales prospecting takes some time. And in most cases, your prospects just need another reminder in case they saw your message but forgot to send you a response. Good news! There are so many creative ways to nurture your leads by sharing a relevant piece of content or some use case that demonstrates your experience with similar companies. Instead of writing a classic, did you have a chance to check my previous email? I hope this video gave you a good overall idea into 4 components that directly influence the results of your prospecting activities. I will be happy to break down each stage in my next videos, so we can focus on some practical ways to improve each of them. See you next time!